Welcome to our comprehensive guide on the US Citizenship Test. In this video, we'll walk you through the entire process from the interview to the oath ceremony all in one day. Whether you're preparing for your own journey to becoming a US citizen or just curious about the process, this video has got you covered. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more helpful videos on immigration and citizenship. Share your experiences and questions in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Thank you for watching, and best of luck on your path to US citizenship.
Good afternoon. I have an appointment for my citizenship interview today.
Good afternoon. What time is your appointment?
It is 2:00 p.m.
Please give me your USCIS appointment letter and ID.
Sure, here you go.
Thank you. Please remove your shoes, coat, wallet, and your belt and place them in a tray. Electronic items such as laptops and cell phones need to be in a separate bin. Then, walk through the metal detector for me. Good. Please take all your belongings. Here are your appointment letter and your ID. And then you take the elevator to the second floor. A customer representative shall assist you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon. How can I assist you today?
Good afternoon. I am here for my US Citizenship Test.
May I have your USCIS appointment letter and your ID, please?
Here you go.
Thank you. Please give me a second. I need to check the information. All right, you're set. Here is your appointment letter, your green card, and your waiting number. Please have a seat. We will call your name when your appointment is ready.
Thank you.
P12, Mrs. Jasmine?
Yes, that's me.
Good morning. I am Officer John, and I will conduct your interview today. How are you doing today?
I'm very good, thank you.
Please follow me to the room.
Yes.
Feel free to put your belongings next to your chair, but please remain standing.
Okay, thank you.
First, I will need you to swear an oath before we start the interview. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Please be seated.
Thank you.
Can I have the USCIS appointment notice, your ID, and your green card, please?
Here you go.
Thank you. How long did it take you to get here?
It took an hour to get here.
You came with your husband, correct?
Yes, my husband also came with me.
How is the weather outside today?
It's a beautiful day.
Have you been feeling anxious about this interview?
Yes, I'm feeling a little anxious.
Don't worry, you will be fine. Have you been studying hard for this interview?
Yes, I have. It is an important interview for me.
Good. Now I need you to take your photo and collect your fingerprints. Could you place your left index finger on the scanner in front of you? Now, please change to your right index finger. Lastly, I will take your picture so you can look at the camera in front of you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you know how to use a tablet?
Yes, I know how to use it.
All right. As a first part, we will do the Civics test. Are you exempt from the English language requirement?
No, I've just lived in the US for 13 years.
All right. You are required to take the Civics test with 100 questions. I will ask you up to 10 questions. If you answer 6 questions correctly, I will stop you. First question. Name one branch or part of the U.S. government.
President.
Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the federal government. What is one power of the federal government?
To print money.
What are 2 rights of everyone living in the United States?
Freedom of speech, freedom of religion.
What ocean is on the east coast of the United States?
Pacific Ocean.
No, it is not correct. I will ask you another question. What is the capital of the United States?
Washington, D.C.
Who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Thomas Jefferson.
What is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen?
Be loyal to the United States.
Good job. You answered 6 questions correctly. You passed the Civics test.
Thank you.
Now, we will move on to the English reading and writing test. Can you look at the screen on the tablet and read that sentence out loud for me?
What are the colors of the American flag?
Can you use a stylus and write a sentence on the tablet?
Yes, I can.
Great. I will read you a sentence, and please write it down for me. The American flag is red, white, and blue. The American flag is red, white, and blue. Great job! You passed this portion of the interview.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Now, I will start going over your Form N400 to verify your documents and information you submitted. If you want to clarify, you can ask me to repeat. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
What's your full name?
My full name is Jasmine Casares.
What's your first name?
My first name is Jasmine.
Can you spell it?
Jasmine.
Have you had any other names?
No, I haven't had any other names.
Have you ever changed your name before?
No, I haven't.
Do you want to change your name?
No, thank you.
How did you become a permanent resident?
My daughter sponsored me.
Did you get your green card on May 2nd, 2011?
Yes, I did.
All right. What is your date of birth?
My date of birth is April 17th, 1953.
Where were you born?
I was born in Mexico.
Your country of nationality is Mexico?
Yes.
Please tell me your phone number.
727-368-4238.
All right. The last 4 digits of your Social Security number is 2535. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Do you want the Social Security Administration to issue you an original or replacement Social Security card and update your immigration status with the SSA if and when you are naturalized?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Are you Hispanic or Latino?
Yes, I am Hispanic or Latino.
How tall are you?
I'm 5 feet 4 inches.
And what is your weight?
I'm 134 pounds.
What color are your eyes?
Black.
All right. Is your current address at 926 Windstone, Mount Pleasant, MI 48858?
No, officer. I changed the address after I had filed my N400 form.
What is your current address?
3353 Pine Forest Drive, Green Bay, Wisconsin, 54313.
When did you move to that address?
I moved to this address on May 3rd, 2024.
Is your spouse's present physical address the same as your physical address?
Yes, officer.
Okay, I'm going to update your address right now. Please wait for me for a minute.
Thank you for updating.
You're welcome. Have you lived anywhere else other than these two addresses in the last 5 years?
No, I haven't lived anywhere else.
All right. Are you currently married?
Yes, I am.
How many times have you been married?
I got married only once.
If you are currently married, is your spouse a current member of the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
Is your spouse a U.S. citizen?
Yes, my husband is a U.S. citizen.
Your spouse's name is Brad Sanchez?
Yes.
When did your spouse become a U.S. citizen?
He became a U.S. citizen on November 21st, 2018.
How many times has your spouse been married?
He has been married once.
Your spouse's birth date is March 18th, 1953?
Yes, officer.
What is your country your spouse from?
He is from Mexico.
What is your spouse's occupation?
He is a good worker.
Where does your spouse currently work?
He currently works at Door Renew Milwaukee.
How long has your spouse been working there?
About 8 years.
Okay, do you have any children?
Yes, I do.
How many children do you have?
I have 2 sons and a girl.
Are your children U.S. citizens?
My daughter is a U.S. citizen, but my sons are permanent residents.
Are your children biological to you?
Yes, they are.
How many are your children under 18 years of age?
1 child is under 18 years of age.
Please tell me name of this child.
His name is Juan Sanchez.
How old is he?
He is 15 years old.
What dates of birth is this child?
August 12, 2009.
Where was this child born?
He was born in Mexico.
Does he currently reside with you?
Yes, he does.
Do you have any stepchildren or adopted children?
No, I don't have any stepchildren or adopted children.
Who do you live with?
I live with 2 sons and my husband.
All right. Do you currently work?
No, I'm retired.
When did you retire?
I retired 2 years ago in 2021.
Have you ever worked in the last 5 years?
Yes, before retiring, I worked at the Hunger Task Force, Wisconsin.
What did you do there?
I was a gardener.
What date have you worked there?
April 10th, 2018.
How do you support yourself now?
My retirement fund, Social Security, and my children helped me.
Okay. What do you like to do during your spare time?
I like watching television, going for a walk, and playing with my grandchildren.
All right. Have you ever traveled outside the U.S. in the last 5 years?
Yes, I took 3 trips outside the U.S. in the last 5 years.
Were any of your trips for 6 months or more?
No, officer.
Did you take any trips after you filed your N400 application?
No.
Which countries did you visit?
Canada and Mexico.
When did you leave the United States on your last trip?
March 1st, 2024.
On what date did you return?
I returned on March 11th, 2024.
What was the purpose of this trip?
To visit my relatives.
The first trip you went to Canada, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, let's move on to the next section. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen in writing or any other way?
No.
Have you ever registered to vote or voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States?
No.
Do you currently owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes in the United States?
No.
Since you became a lawful permanent resident, have you called yourself a non-resident alien on a federal, state, or local tax return or decided not to file a tax return because you considered yourself to be a non-resident?
No, officer.
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any communist or totalitarian party anywhere in the world?
No.
Have you ever associated with any group anywhere in the world that advocated any of the establishment in the United States of a totalitarian dictatorship?
No, never.
Have you ever stopped another person from practicing his or her religion?
No.
Have you ever advocated any of the overthrow by force or violence or other unconstitutional means of the government of the United States or all forms of law?
No.
Have you ever associated with any group anywhere in the world that advocated any unlawful damage, injury, or destruction of property?
No.
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with, or have you ever provided money, a thing of value, services, or labor, or any other assistance or support to a group that used a weapon or explosive with intent to harm another person or cause damage to a property?
No.
What is a weapon?
An object such as a knife, gun, or bomb.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in torture?
No.
Have you ever participated in killing or trying to kill any person?
No.
Have you ever participated in causing harm or suffering to any person because of their race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion?
No, officer.
Have you ever served in, been a member of, assisted, helped, or participated in any armed group, a group that carries weapons? For example, paramilitary unit, a group of people who act like a military group but are not part of the official military, self-defense unit, vigilante unit, rebel group, or guerrilla group?
No.
What is a vigilante unit?
A group that acts like the police, but it is not official.
Have you ever been in jail or prison in your home country?
No.
Have you ever sold, provided, or transported weapons or assisted any person in selling, providing, or transporting weapons which you knew or believed would be used against another person?
No.
Have you ever received any weapons training, paramilitary training, or other military type training?
No, officer.
Have you ever participated in combat or providing services related to combat, such as serving a messenger or transporting supplies?
No.
Have you ever committed, agreed to commit, asked someone else to commit, helped commit, or tried to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested?
No.
What does commit mean?
To do something wrong or illegal.
Have you ever been arrested, cited, detained, or confined by any law enforcement officer, military official in the U.S. or elsewhere, or immigration official for any reason, or been charged with a crime or offense?
No.
Have you ever engaged in prostitution, attempted to procure or import prostitutes or persons for the purposes of prostitution, or received any proceeds or money from prostitution?
No.
Have you ever manufactured, cultivated, produced, distributed, dispensed, sold, or smuggled any controlled substances, illegal drugs, narcotics, or drug paraphernalia in violation of any law or regulation of a U.S. state, the United States, or a foreign country?
No.
Have you ever helped anyone to enter or try to enter the United States illegally?
No, never.
Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling?
No.
Have you ever made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States?
No.
What is public benefit?
Welfare, like food stamps, housing, or health care.
Have you ever given any U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading?
No.
Have you ever lied to any U.S. government officials to gain entry or admission into the United States or to gain immigration benefits while in the United States?
No.
Have you ever been placed in removal, rescission, or deportation proceedings?
No.
Have you ever been removed, excluded, or deported from the U.S.?
No, officer.
Have you ever been discharged from training or service in the U.S. Armed Forces because you were an alien?
No.
Do you now have or did you ever have a hereditary title in an order of nobility in any foreign country?
No.
Do you support the Constitution and form of government in the United States?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
Are you unable to take the oath of allegiance because of a physical or developmental disability or mental impairment?
No.
What is the oath of allegiance to the United States?
A promise to be loyal to the United States.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes, I'm willing.
If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction?
Yes.
What is civilian direction?
A direction from a person who is not in the military.
Very good. Now you can look at the screen on the iPad and review your updated form and make sure your information is correct.
Everything looks perfect to me.
Great. Please sign your name and write the date on page 11. Good. Here is the oath of allegiance. Please make sure you acknowledge your willingness and ability to take the oath of allegiance. Then sign at the bottom for me. Congratulations, you did a good job. You passed the interview.
Thank you very much.
Here's a copy of your test results.
Thank you.
You adapted all our requirements. We are available to take the oath of allegiance today at 1500. Do you want to take the oath ceremony if it's available today?
Yes, of course. That would be great.
Good. This is your paperwork and your green card. Please come back later and don't forget to return your green card when checking in for your oath ceremony. The event will be held on the 3rd floor.
Thank you, officer.
You're welcome.
Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining the oath ceremony today. Oath of allegiance is truly the final step to becoming a U.S. citizen. All naturalized citizens are required to take the oath. Please stand up, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I hereby declare on oath.
I hereby declare on oath
That I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure
that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure
all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince,
all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince,
potentate, state, or sovereignty, of whom or which,
potentate, state, or sovereignty, of whom or which,
I have heretofore been a subject or citizen,
I have heretofore been a subject or citizen,
that I will support and defend the Constitution
that I will support and defend the Constitution
and laws of the United States of America
and laws of the United States of America
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear arms on behalf of the United States
that I will bear arms on behalf of the United States
when required by the law,
when required by the law,
that I will perform non-combatant service
that I will perform non-combatant service
in the armed forces of the United States
in the armed forces of the United States
when required by the law,
when required by the law,
that I will perform work of national importance
that I will perform work of national importance
under civilian direction when required by the law,
under civilian direction when required by the law,
and that I take this obligation freely
and that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion, so help me God.
or purpose of evasion, so help me God.
Congratulations! You are now officially a US citizen.
Thank you.
I can give you back your paperwork, but I must keep your green card.
Here you go.
Thank you. I'm going to print your certificate of naturalization. It will take a while, so I will have you wait in the waiting area. Please wait for me for a few minutes here.
Okay.
Hi everyone, I came back. When you receive your certificate, make sure to check for errors before leaving here. You need to sign your certificate in black ink only. Any other color will make it invalid. Finally, don't forget to register to vote.
Sure, officer.
Congratulations again.
Thank you, officer. I am so happy.
Thank you for watching, and best of luck on your path to U.S. citizenship.